Right now, I've got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
And welcome everybody to our daily gun show. We come to you live every night at midnight Eastern. That's 9 Pacific for about an hour each night. We run it live on YouTube. We simulcast it over at gunchannels.com. We're simulcasting it on Instagram as well tonight. So welcome to everybody who's over there. We watch the live chat from everybody that's joining us live. We appreciate that. And we appreciate the people that listen to the show later and leave us comments, subscribe to our channels, interact with the various platforms out there, lets us know you're out there, and hopefully gets our show recommended to more listeners. So we do appreciate that effort. We have hosts. Got a bunch of people jumping in today. We got Angelina joining in from California. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me. Hello, everyone.
We got Hosh jumping in, also from California, just down the street.
California in the house, represent. How's it going?
Good. I don't know what account you're on, but FYI. And then we got Smeggy jumping in from Michigan.
Hey, how's everyone doing tonight?
No idea where Bob's at. Probably gone. He's passed away, but it was good to know Bob. And then Jimmy might be sleeping, but he'll probably jump in here in a bit. I saw him live on Gun Channels before. Actually, I can't text him. Maybe Smeggy can text him.
Jimmy?
Yeah, because I'm live on Instagram. I can't text.
All right.
With all that said, we are in episode 514. It's Thursday, so we'll be talking CCW. And then weird echo. We'll be talking CCW and gun stuff and training tonight. There's Bob out there. He'll be jumping in a moment. So before we get going, is there anything to talk about happened in any of the pre-shows or happened in everybody's lives today?
Hey, all. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, no worries.
I have been inundated with the Facebooks. Just crazy people on the Facebooks, the anti-gun peoples on the Facebook. It's been a trying week. I'm sure some of you feel the same way.
I hardly got anything on Facebook, but I don't think any of my friends are not pro-gun.
Well, I mean, if it's anything like it is for me, for Hosh, he probably has a lot of liberal friends here in California, and they're all like, you know, let's ban guns. So it makes
specifically let's ban the AR-15. That's the thing.
Yeah, let's ban the. You mean let's ban the military grade firearm called the AR-15. That's what I keep hearing.
And of course, you know, they're just going to throw the AK-47 in there just cause.
Right, and then when there's a handgun shooting, there's going to be a ban on handguns, right? Because that's the obviously next step.
Right, and then if somebody
of it, so it may be hard to see it, but we always have outcry immediately after. So a week after, is the outcry diminishing, or are you seeing it consistent, or is it amplifying, or?
I think it's amplifying, to be honest, especially with Trump now.
I'd say consistent at least, and Trump is fanning the fire, so for sure.
Yeah, I think this one's picking up steam for whatever reason, but this is the horse they're tying their cart to for this one. You know, back in 2013, they had one to tie their horse to, and you know, we beat it that time. I'm hoping we'll beat it this time. This I think now is the time for put all that practice into play. You know, we argue with each other to make our, you know, understanding of topics stronger, try and poke holes in our own arguments, and then find solutions to those. So we're not surprised, you know, in any type of debate, but now's the time. Write your representatives, write your governors, write your Congress people, like whatever, state level, federal level, every level.
Anybody else find it kind of ironic, though, that they're now equipping the local police department with AR-15s?
Nope.
They've been doing that here since the 90s bank shoot.
My local police department, I think they have them on their motorcycles, or they have some kind of
They usually have a shotgun and an AR now, in a lot of cases, even the motorcycle officers.
Mhm.
Oh, man, I got to get one of those kits.
So let's jump into our topics. Today it's CCW, and our first topic is alternate shaped CCW guns.
So like that one that's like the little card.
The curve. They're talking about the Taurus curve, of course.
Oh, the curve. That's what I was thinking too.
The most well-known CCW handgun.
I just saw that the 22 that folds up into a card. I think that's the one you're talking about, right, Angelina? The one that was at SHOT Show this year.
Yeah. That little...
So it unfolds into a pistol shape. So it's not a AOW, even though it folds up into the shape of not a gun. And that thing is super solid and awesome. I can't wait to own one.
Is it called a TAC 22? What is it called? It's like black anodized looking metal, right? With like a breech kind of pop up.
Yep.
What a cool little, I mean, it's a one shot, super cool. Like it is what it is. It's, I would rather have an NAA revolver if I was going that way, if I was going a Speedo carry like we do in California, but it's still pretty cool.
And then there's that, I mean, I don't know if this counts or not, but that folding Glock.
It counts as an abortion.
The Pinchy. Mr. Pinch.
Pinchy. Yes, that's right. That's right. We use that as a CQB mechanism for self-defense. We just pinch people to compliance.
I mean, it's not an option yet. It's barely in development, right? And it's not necessarily designed for CCW as much as deep carry or something. So,
Yeah,
but I guess the holding one is the same boat. It's not really designed for CCW so much.
Yeah. That life card or whatever, the folding size of the phone that turns into a gun, that's, you know.
Oh, it's smaller than a phone. It's like a credit card. It's like a deck of cards.
Credit card or something.
About the size of a deck of cards.
Yeah. But anyway.
Well, I posted the link in the internal chat. I'll post it in the larger chat. But the guy in the picture has it shoved into the little lighter pocket, your change pocket on your jeans. So that would make it maybe twice the size of a Bic lighter, pretty much.
Yeah, it's not very big.
That's nice. That's pretty cool.
And it's super solid when it's locked into a gun. It's a little awkward because like a single action, you have to cock the little thing back. So it's not like quick into the use or anything. Oh, I just now saw in the pictures that it stores extra rounds in the grip. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple of videos on those things. Yeah, they're cool, and I want one. Can't get one, of course, in Canada, but I want one, and it's a like. That's your last ditch backup gun, right?
Maybe.
California's carry, right?
Or it fits into a Secrets tin, so that puts it in pretty good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Other odd-shaped or alternative-shaped CCW guns?
Well, yeah.
Chicago palm pistols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to those?
If you want to go vintage.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm also thinking vintage. When you think of the shopkeepers, single action 31 Colt, right? The 31 Navy Colt, they were shortening them up, turning them into these really stubby little guns, which were very unusual for their day. And, you know, it was made for shopkeepers. They could keep it in a vest pocket kind of thing. Bird's head grips on them, you know, and it'd make them tiny. So same thing. That was an odd shape. Bird's head grips, of course, being odd. And the short little barrel on a gun in those days was very odd. I think that counts.
You talked about the curve. So I guess that was another dead end, but trying to change the shape of the gun so it would fit better in pants, I guess. If you were pocket carrying it, even in a holster or something, it's got to be better if it fits the curve of a body. But people didn't like that very much.
What about like a cane gun? Because I mean that's like a conceal, but
Definitely alternate shape. They're AOWs because they don't look like a gun. I guess it's possible for you to get like the end gun I have. You can get as a cane, but that's a lot of effort to shoot. I guess you could shoot a 22 down that long a barrel, but
you'd actually get, if you put a real barrel in it, you'd gain velocity.
Well, they're real barrels, but all I'm saying is because because it's an AOW, I think most people are against paying the $200 to get a cane.
Well, I wonder if you could make it so that the top of the cane folded down into a pistol grip, and then you pulled the hammer on it. And...
Yeah, exactly, and that's how those pens were with the long barrel. They're like a cane, but I don't know how strong that would have been. It was more of a long barrel for a pen. But yeah, if they would have made a cane that's as rugged and sturdy as the old canes, I guess. So I barely picked up a cane this time with like actual intent to look at it and fiddle with it at the antique gun show right before SHOT Show this year. Since we had put one in the deck of cards, I was curious to actually see one. I'd only seen one behind glass, and I was curious to pick it up and fiddle with it. And it's substantial. I mean, they're solid, but I guess probably just the fact that it's an NFA item that we don't see more of them, because otherwise I would think people would be fond of that, especially with CCW, right? Having a cane.
Once you fire your first round, you're just like basically you got something heavy enough to beat him to death with.
I don't know about that.
There's also those old school squeeze handguns. You remember the squeeze handguns where you'd like...
Yeah, Chicago palm pistol.
Like the Chicago, the round one with the barrel sticking
Not
out.
the round one with the cap and ball or the black powder with the rotating center. I mean the ones where you'd actually like squeeze and the whole rear end of it was flat.
Yeah, it looked more like a kung fu grip exerciser.
Yeah, exactly, with a barrel sticking out the top of it.
So now that brought up, because you said something about, the AOW with the cane or whatever, and I'm assuming those types of guns, because they're, the old ones, they don't count. But if someone made like a new one, would that count as an AOW? Because it's a circle with a barrel, but it's like it still has a barrel and a trigger, and like, it doesn't really look like a gun. It looks weird.
If you made a modern thing that fell under the definition of, I imagine, pistol, because it wouldn't have a stock on it, then you could make a cane gun, yes. But I don't think anybody is. I don't know why. Well, maybe.
Well, no, I meant the palm pistol thing.
You'd have to make
a modern one of those.
You'd have to make it as an AOW. But I guess there's just not enough. People never thought there was enough interest. Look at when they made the new Liberators. That's just a regular pistol, and they didn't sell very well. Of course, they charged an arm and leg for them.
Yeah, I think that might have something more to do with it, because I mean the whole point of the Liberator was like, this is a super cheap thing people make, behind enemy lines, or you drop them behind enemy lines or whatever, and instead you're going to pay a whole bunch of money for it. That doesn't seem quite right.
But you would think somebody'd make a Chicago pistol again, just so that you'd have a shooting one and an actual caliber. The original ones were 32 super short or something, extra short, so it's an obscure caliber to begin with, and it's rimfire or something. So if they made it
one in 22 or something, you'd be fine.
Yeah, well, it'd still be an AOW, but it would be neat to see one. Yeah. What about canes that are swords?
Oh yeah, that's true. Are those like easy to find though, or like real?
They're illegal now too.
You can find them, but they're going to be like inexpensive novelty stuff. I don't know if you can find ones that would hold up to actual use as a sword, but it would be, I think, a little old guy or a little old lady, I guess, is allowed to carry a cane. If you're hobbling along and somebody starts screwing with them, they pull out a sword. I would think that would repel borders pretty good.
Well,
that cold steel makes
them. At them, they'll take the sheath off for you, and then it's like, oh, well, now you've got the sheath, and then you can just slice them up.
On the other hand, probably be just as easy for some little old person to have their sword taken away from them than poked a bunch of times with it.
Yeah, but same with a gun, really.
Yeah, see, I think
not so much with a gun, because with a gun you can keep the criminal or multiple criminals at bay multiple feet away, right? Because they're not crazy. Where with a sword, they know that 3 or 4 of them are going to get in there and grab it from you.
No, think about it. With a sword, even 3 or 4 of them, you know that one of them is going to be cut. That's the nice thing.
3 or 4 are going to grab it from you, pummel you.
That's the real. I mean, that's one of the real threats with any kind of bladed weapon is you're threatened from every side of that weapon, whereas with a gun, it's only out the point. Only the point threatens you.
I think the difference, though, is that, someone who's actually, like, needs to use a cane, they'd be able to use a cane gun effectively, but there's not very many people that have trouble walking, but also happen to be, like, sword masters that can keep people at bay.
Yeah, but it's like my monocle. I don't need my monocle. I just wear it around because it's classy looking.
Right, and that's what I was
Wait a second. Do you actually wear a monocle around?
When I want to be classy and I'm wearing my tuxedo.
That
was
is classy.
when cane swords were popular, that was the fashion to just have a cane. It wasn't just for people that like couldn't walk good. Whereas nowadays, pretty much it's just for people who can't walk that good. Which taking that a step further, you know, those little walker things that are also like a seat, and they have the little like handbrakes on them. How cool would that be if those handbrakes were actually triggers and there were little barrels out the front of those?
Like they deployed when you're like chasing someone down?
They should be release triggers and be like, look, little punks, if I let go of my walker, you don't want to be around my walker.
Oh yeah, firearm release. That's a good point.
All right, so NXS out there says that you're 500% more likely to be stabbed with a sword if you own a sword. That's a good point. Let's think about children.
You know, because I mean, if you don't own a sword, in all likelihood, you'll probably never be stabbed with a sword. If you own one, you might get stabbed with it.
Oh, jeez. You're using anti-gun logic.
Somebody around you might get stabbed.
Think
Think about that.
Yeah, but he said that as a joke, and you're buying into it. Come on, dude.
No.
Think about alternative. Is that anything else?
Right?
Alternative shaped guns, CCW guns specifically.
I don't know if there's that many of them. Like you said, anything, the foldy stuff, there's a couple different companies that do that. And then the curved cane or whatever. Like, what other shapes are there?
Pen. We didn't even talk about pens. So we'll get into what's in your range bag. That should be interesting. We got 5 people in here today. Everybody goes shooting in different ways. Somebody want to take the member of the day?
Oh, I don't have the thing open. Let's see.
Where's Jimmy?
Oh, I know Jimmy is not here, and we're just completely. Oh, okay.
I got it here. So
no, Smeggy, it's okay. I got it. Don't fuss yourself.
It's Nodak 357.
Ah, you see, you gotta always push in there. Other
Because
people.
I said I was gonna do it, dude. You're like
Oh,
the person
man,
when you're
you got-
playing volleyball and you're sitting there going, "I got it," and then you knock the person over and then hit it, and then you get it out of bounds because you suck.
Hey, look at me.
Children, please.
Sorry, I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. Anyways, Nodak 357, cool dude. I think we cracked the code earlier this week that he's from North Dakota. Whoa, mind blown.
Oh, you didn't know that was Nodak? You didn't know that meant Nodak? Or Nodak meant that?
No, I did. I think it was Night Strike that's like, hey, do you happen to live in North Dakota? Like, I just thought of that. And it's like, seriously, dude? Like, we've all known that forever. That's why I was saying sarcastically we cracked the code.
Oh, so you were making fun of Night Strike. Okay, I'm all good with
I
that.
think it was him. I may be speaking out of turn. It was somebody, though. It was funny.
Well, it sounds like something Night Strike would say.
Yeah, it does. That's why I said it. But anyways, yeah, cool person. Normally watches most of the chats. Jumps in every once in a while. Cool guy.
Yeah. No doubt. He's a good guy. Good guy.
All right, so that'll take us into our range bags. How do we want to dig into our range bags? Do we just start with a bunch of stuff and then eventually get to all the stuff we have in common and then start talking about what we each individually bring? Maybe that's a way to do it.
Or why doesn't everybody just give their what's in your range bag?
Well, because then we're all talking about the same 12 things 5 times. So I'm guessing we all bring some sort of range bag. We all have a first aid kit on it.
Yeah, I have
Yes.
a first aid kit.
Separate trauma kits or first aid kits?
It's just like a shitty first aid kit. It should be something more, but I'm not prepared, obviously.
1,500 small size band-aids.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the pinky band-aids and like a thumb band-aid. And
the
like
ones you nick yourself shaving, I have 1,500 of those.
Lots of hand wipes and then
like just all hand wipes.
A bunch of small soaps from hotels.
There's like a conditioner in there too for like hair emergencies, but
yeah. For the flyaways, the California flyaways.
Smeggy?
Well, I said yes, but I was thinking like I instantly just went to like trauma kit thing. That's what I have, and I think I might have a bottle of Excedrin or whatever because I get headaches a lot. But
you know, a bottle of Tylenol, or even better sometimes, depending on who you go shooting with, those little packets that are 2 pills in a packet. You can get like those like in a box of 10 or whatever. But having that kind of stuff at the range, especially with new people, is something I don't remember anybody's ever brought that up before in a chat in the years that I've been doing this. But that's something that I try to keep in the vehicle all the time. But yeah, you bring somebody out and they're not used to all that noise, and they're just on the brink of getting a headache or whatever, and you can do something like that and maybe make it a pleasant day.
Couple of MREs, throw some MREs in there.
You have MREs in your range bag, really?
To punish people, or?
I'm kidding. I keep it in the trunk, but no, my range bag. I usually have an electronic pair of hearing protection if I'm shooting handgun, and then my little twisty earbuds if I'm doing shotgun or rifle, because I don't like shooting with cans on my head, rifle or shotgun. I can't get a good cheek weld.
We all probably have our own hearing protection. Does anybody else deliberately bring extras or backups?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I absolutely bring a little twisty backups. And then I have a pair of custom shotgun ear plug thingies.
And so yeah, I just have a handful of like the foam ones or whatever, as for other people or for myself. Like when I'm shooting indoor, I put those in first and then put like my big muffs on.
So then I'm trying to think of how I dig into my bag. I have an Otis kit, so I have my Otis cleaning kit in there. Does anybody else bring a cleaning kit?
I bring all my, like, I have a small ammo can that's full of like my cleaning stuff and a couple like, I don't know, assorted tools, and I bring that.
Bob just brings his workshop for his tools, I'm sure.
I've got a little metal cylinder with a screw, and it has the rods, different size brushes, and then I have a little like plastic bottle of oil that I bring.
So basically like an oversized screwdriver handle that is a cleaning kit that's got all your little attachments kind of built into it?
Yeah, it's not a very good kit, and I don't use that to clean anything on the regular. It's purely if something happens at the range.
And I'm assuming, Smeggy, you've got a kit, some kind of cleaning kit also?
Yes, I do. I got the Otis thing, and then I just bring a separate bottle of CLP and just a rag.
I think a lot of it, we're probably preaching to the choir, but is for other people, right? Like you go out there and somebody forgot theirs, took theirs out, whatever, they're new and they just didn't know to bring one. So you kind of got that just so that, again, the day can continue without somebody falling down because their gun got dirty or something.
Right. Yeah, it came in real handy the one time. My buddy's got a Marlin 22, it's a little semi-auto rifle, and that thing, when it gets dirty, it's just, jam-o-matic. You take it apart and clean it for 2 seconds and put a couple drops of oil on it, and the thing runs the rest of the afternoon. So that saved quite a few range trips when we're just plinking around up north.
So speaking of lube or oils or solvents, I basically bring a thing of slip, like one of the little sample things of slip, and knock on wood, at this point it hasn't failed on me and opened up and squirted all over. What do you guys bring for lube, and then do you repackage it, or does your packaging work, or have you got horror stories?
I keep all my stuff in the ammo can, like I said, and then I have like the bottles in Ziploc bags, just because I'm so paranoid of that. But so far so good.
So like packed in an ammo bag, an ammo can, I'm assuming if they're packed in there decent, they're not like prone to move all around. Like if my thing is soft, so if something, if I drop it or something happens, like the stuff moves all around. It doesn't happen so bad in the ammo can, I'm sure.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of stuff in the ammo can. So it's like, it's pretty much all the stuff I have to clean and, like some, tools or whatever. But I bring that, not so much for other people, but for myself, because like my SKS gets kind of bitchy. And then I have this 22 that gets a little bitchy and an AR that gets a little bitchy when it gets dirty. So especially,
so you're saying your guns take after the owner?
Yeah.
Nice. So is this your cleaning kit and you bring it to the range, or is this a range cleaning kit and you have a whole deluxe kit?
It's like all my cleaning stuff, and I just keep it in the ammo can and I just bring it. Because usually we go to the desert, and then especially there, like, you'll drop something on the ground and it'll just be full of dust.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm worried about with if you're taking all your stuff with you. Have you had the experience of dumping it out into the dirt? All your cleaning stuff?
No, because I pretty much leave it like in the hatch of my car, so that way it's kind of like I don't really have a reason to take it out of the car. I leave it in the car and just get stuff out of it.
I like to put everything in little pouches, like little zipper pouches, and things that are going to possibly explode or crack open and leak. I put them in little Ziploc bags. So that way you can kind of be modular, and you can write with Sharpie on the outside of a little bag, like clean kit, whatever.
My Morse code might be rusty, but it sounds as though there's a large dinosaur coming out of the water near Tokyo.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm working on my code.
Now, are you able to like multitask? Are you understanding what they're saying over there while you're talking to us, or do you have to?
Hell no! This guy's way too fast for me. I'm like 15 words per minute, and that's about it. Yeah,
I have Morse code dog tags here somewhere.
Yeah, I can't use those. It makes me it messes up my head. That's a longer discussion, but yeah, you kind of have. I'm musical when it comes to Morse code.
Don't suck on them. They're made out of aluminum.
I know, right? It's that anodized though. Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
All right, so we all have cleaning kits. They're talking about it on the YouTube side. Boar snakes. Anybody include boar snakes? I'm not a boar snaker.
I do in mine. I have a boar snake.
So I have something.
Shotguns.
What?
I have something. Go ahead.
For rifles and shotguns.
I just bring one for like the rifle. The shotgun doesn't really like need it. I use a
What kind of shotgun? What kind of shotgun?
An 870, but I don't shoot.
Oh, okay.
It's not like it's it's shitty. I bring one for the rifles because, like I said, the ones that get like a little bit bitchy, so I snake them out real quick sometimes. But I'm confused on like how you clean it, so I just keep throwing them away.
What? The boar snakes?
Yeah.
Throw them in a wash machine, I think, right? That's all there is to it. Wash them.
I've always
That's
just
what I do.
Clean out and
Hey.
kind of wring it out a little bit, and all the dirt and oil get out of it.
Yeah, that sounds expensive. Don't throw them away.
Yeah, I just keep throwing them away.
I was gonna say I know I'm kind of the shotgunny guy, but I have something called it's a Tico tool. It's basically a big giant cotton swab, and it screws together. You keep it in a little bag, and it goes all the way down your trap or skeet barrels, and you shove the swab all the way down, and then it's got a handle, and inside the handle is a reservoir for gun lube, and in the handle is a puff ball that has a hook on it, and you attach it to the bottom of the rod, and you pull it through, and it defouls the barrel and coats it with oil all in one shot when you're done shooting at the end of the day.
I can't believe you went through all that sinus problem and you never grabbed that tool out.
Well, it's not flexible. It's just it's a long 2-piece plastic rod that is completely covered in very dense fur all over it for your 12-gauge shotgun.
That just sounds weird. Why not? No,
synthetic fur, but still.
We're going through our range bag. So we started with the range bag. We opened it up. I just assumed, because I just went through what I carry, but I just throw my guns in there. Does anybody actually bring like little, what do you call those things? Pouches or socks or whatever, something to put the little clamshells, or do you put your guns in stuff when you put them in your range bag, or do you just throw them in there like I do?
I do.
Your little tiny revolvers in baby socks.
You live in baby socks, but everything else just gets.
Do they really?
I put nice guns in bags and sleeves. Guns that I carry and bang around with, I'd leave them in their holsters or whatever, and that's how I carry them in the bag.
I have to put mine in a case, so I don't have any option. They just go into a foam padded pistol carry case with locks on it.
It's like a Da Vinci Code cryptex, right? When you have to unlock it, you have to
That's the funny part is it's a hard ABS plastic case, and I put like dollar store locks on it. That's good. They're safe now. They all have trigger locks, of course, but trigger locks are shit. So yeah, it's ridiculous.
Jimmy?
More guns you can fit in one bag, the better.
That's the kind of way I feel. If you cram enough in there, there's no room for them to slip around and bang into each other, right?
Yeah, they're stabilizing themselves pretty much.
Spare space or extra room is the real culprit. Smeggy, what did you say?
Well, I normally I only have 2 handguns, so I normally carry the one, and then I'll I put the other one actually in its box, and then the box fits in my range bag. You know, the regular plastic thing it came in. So that's just what I do.
You only have 2 handguns, Smiggy? I have 4, and I'm Canadian. How does that
Okay,
work?
good for you. But anyways, so one of the things I actually do have, and I don't use that often because of this, but once I get more handguns, I have one of those like backpacks that then like the one main pocket has like the little foam things so you can stand up like, you know, 8 guns or whatever. And so once I get more, like that will transition over into being my range bag. So I'll put all my handguns in the little foam thing, and then it has all the outside pockets for all your other stuff. And I'll just, you know, I'll still carry all the same stuff.
Well, we've been going into this topic for a while and trying to play host or whatever to keep it going. I don't know if we want to keep going with this one or not, but I think the one thing that we have not addressed yet is the ammo. So again, I'm just picturing how I dig into my range bag, and I'll have my guns in there, and I'll have my tools and my cleaning stuff, and next would be ammo and mags. So depending on what kind of shooting I'm doing, you know, if I'm going to a class or like an event or a shooting competition, I'm probably going to have a whole separate bag with just ammo and mags that are loaded, so I don't have to deal with that stuff. But if I'm just going to the regular range, I usually throw my ammo in there. Do you guys have strategies, or what do you do with your ammo for the range?
Well, on
That is big.
my range bag. Oh, sorry, Jimmy, you go ahead. You haven't got to talk much since you were late.
Yeah, this big bag that I was telling you guys about earlier, it has 4 little spots in it. One spot I can fit about 3 boxes of pistol ammo, right? Couple few boxes of rifle ammo, whatever. And then I have another pouch all the magazines go into, and then there's like a little front area that unzips, and it's like a sport kind of duffel bag type of thing. And that front area is where all the tools go. Pretty much like standard range tools, I guess. Everything that I would need to take down a pistol. I have pretty much my spare parts live there too. So if something breaks on the range, I want to be able to fix it and keep on going, I guess.
Yeah, so my bag, it's like a duffel bag style, so it's got like the main big pocket on the inside, and then there's a couple little like net pockets that I put some stuff in. But on the outside, on each side, there's 4 like mag pouch pockets. And so like one of those that's where I put my cleaning stuff. It all fits in that one pocket. But then the other ones I'll normally, like you said, if you're just going to the range for like a little bit, then I'll put, you know, mags in a couple of them. Because honestly, especially if it's not a class or whatever, I'll just bring 2 mags, you know, and I'll bring them loaded, and then I just reload them when I'm at the range and whatever. I don't need to bring all my stuff with me. But that same pocket's a perfect size for, you know, 50-round box of ammo for handguns. So I'll just bring a few boxes of those and a few of the mags. Now, when I'm going up north for Shoot-A-Palooza, then I bring 3 or 4 separate bags with like everything.
See, I sit there and load up my mags and then bring extra boxes and stuff. So I'll have all the mags already loaded and ready to go. But I'll bring a bunch though. Usually a range day is going to be, well, usually, Bob, a range day is going to be like, you know, a few hours, the whole day type of thing. So.
Yeah. When I'm going to indoor range, it's normally, especially if I'm going with a buddy, we'll like take turns shooting. So it's like, as long as you have 2 mags, you're reloading one while your other buddy's shooting. And then,
yeah, and I guess I'm not thinking some of them places are like by the hour too and stuff, right?
Being the shotgunner, I do things a little bit differently. I have like plastic totes, and since we shoot reloads, we keep the little paper boxes because they go nicely into trap belt holders. So we got big plastic totes full of 100 rounds in each tote, which is 4 boxes. So we can do 4 rounds, and we'll have the box go on the right side or left side, depending on where you're dominant. And you know what round you're at trap by which layer you're taking them off. And then we keep the reloads in a dump pouch, usually on our offside or whatever, because we reload. So we keep the holes.
I like to just walk into the range with my bandolier on. I carry the shotgun usually.
Do we have any other ammo strategies, Bob?
I just throw them in a big pouch bag that I can sling over my shoulder that'll hold, 20 magazines for the BZ, and you know, extra ammo and pistol ammo and shit like that. Whatever. Just throw them all in one big pouch bag, you know, that I'll carry in when I'm carrying my range bag with, you know, my minimal stuff. So yeah,
I feel like Bob's just like, I casually throw something over my shoulder and I head to the range. It's all about the shooting. And I can remember about 45 minutes worth of lugging boxes and cases.
Yeah, mine were in rifle cases. You know,
and then another 45 minutes of dragging all that stuff back up.
You know, it was, yeah, because I was taking all the guns to the range when we went. So I had like 2 rifle cases and a pistol case and, you know, my range bag. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff to carry. That's why I like to have the minimum in my range bag.
He's gone the opposite way now.
I remember my mom telling me stories when they were in the kids, they'd swing their 22s over their shoulder, hop on their bikes, ride to school, hang their guns up on the designated gun area. And then at the end of the day, when the Boy Scouts convened, they'd pull their guns out, go in the back of the school, and they'd shoot their 22s into the bunker they set up.
Yeah, we had a shooting range in the basement of my grade school. Like in grade, you know, from 1 to I think 7 back then. There was a shooting range in the basement.
Prize lead.
And we got to use.
All right, so Angela, you got anything to add to the ammo?
I usually just bring, like, when I go to the desert, I just bring some ammo cans, and I guess when I go to my outdoor range, I just load up a bunch of ammo cans too, because you can pull your car right up and like unload. So I usually just do that. And then for pistols, I don't put them in like a bag because you have to lock them here. So I have like a, you know, Pelican with slots for a bunch of pistols. So I just bring that.
Yeah, that sounds.
That makes me think about we all go to the range different ways. When you talked about using ammo cans and pulling them out of the car, you know, some people are car shooting, some people are going to a public range, some people are doing all different kinds of things. So I'm going to throw that in as a topic for a future show, like how do you shoot, like what kind of vehicle, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say, just to keep the topics moving, is there anything, you know, we've kind of dug into the bag. We talked about the guns. We talked about the tools. We talked about the ammo. We talked about first aid. Is there anything else we want to talk about our range kits or our range bags or our procedures or anything before we move on?
I have just a couple things that, you know, that I have in my range bag that may be weird, maybe not. But I always, although I normally also carry separate stuff, I make sure there's always at least a handful of targets in my range bag, as well as a staple gun and an extra, you know, set of staples. Yeah, that's when I'm up north. I just staple it to the logs I got out there on my range.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. A lot of ranges you go to, I mean, they don't supply you with a staple gun, so you got to go out and stick your target on the. You know, if you're lucky, you don't have to go and get a range stand and pay for it, and then pay if you actually shoot it. I wish I would have known beforehand before I unloaded a mag dump or 2. But anyway.
So I got a quirky thing that you guys might not do unless you shoot outdoors a lot. I've got my shooting glasses are actually, there's like 4 or 5 different colors of lenses. And depending on how the day is, if it's overcast, if it's whatever, that could affect, you know, skeet and trap a lot. How the clay flies in a gray sky, you're going to want a different tint than
so with a clear sky. Lenses with you?
I've got it's a little bag. It's a little kit, nicely separated, all the lenses. So when I get out there, I can try them on, and I can figure out which one's going to work best for the day.
I just usually wear Wayfarers.
What else? I keep a clipboard with score sheets on it for when we shoot, trap, and skeet, obviously, because a lot of people keep track of that stuff.
That's a good point. I like the way my range bag is it's a large open area, one big pocket on one side, and in that big pocket I have my first aid, like my big first aid kit, I guess. And then behind that first aid kit is where I keep all my targets, and I keep some paper, and most of the time I have like one of those spiral notebooks that has graph paper in it. It goes at the dollar store, and I'll have that so that it's just a million different things you can need a piece of paper for, and then a couple of Sharpies on the other side in a pocket. But that reminded me of that kind of thing. And, you know, like I said, there's a million things you can use paper for.
So which gun channels patch is on everyone's bag? That's a question, right?
That's from Steadily on the YouTube side, yeah.
Mine, I have a like a bag that I just put, I don't know, like miscellaneous crap in. It's like a 511 Moab bag or whatever. I have the orange Gun Channels patch, the orange and black one on it. Because Orange Life.
I keep the Gun Channel shooting team patch on the range bag. I think that's probably the easiest, most iconic thing. So people, I've had actually somebody comment before. They're like, "That's pretty cool." He's like, "That's Gun Channel's wet." Like YouTube. I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Right on." That was like years ago, though.
That's not possible to buy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's only my friends have that one.
Holy smokes! Okay,
All the rest
cool.
of you people can just dream on.
I also have that on my combat cock when I'm not at the range. I throw that on and it's hanging in my car.
I don't have a shooting team patch.
Combat what? Your combat what?
You heard him
Combat cock.
right. You heard him right.
Cock.
I
You
thought
never heard of
so,
combat
yeah.
cock? You haven't heard of a combat
Bob's
cock?
out of the loop. So
You know, cockfighting is
real
illegal
quick
in
of that.
right?
I don't have Velcro on my range bag. I guess I could, like sew or whatever, but that sounds like work. So the only bit of flair on my range bag, I have my Second Amendment Foundation lifetime pin on the strap.
That's still cool.
I had the Early Watch one, and then I guess it's not a gun channel, it's on the gear websites. One I got the Arizona flag patch, and then what generation was the stitched ones that you did, G? With it's like a kind of gray outline. The black G with like a white and gray outline.
I don't know. Probably whenever I first got the machine. I don't really know what generation of G's those are.
Oh, okay. Well, I got one of those on there, one of the older ones.
Actually, one of the things I'll be doing with the new gun channels is putting like a history of gun channels up there, so we'll be able to keep track of when some interesting things happened, and we'll keep track of when those patches were made and how many of them there are. Because some people may not realize they have like 1 of 50 on some of them.
Yeah.
All right, so are we ready to move on to the next topic?
No,
Sounds good.
what patch I have on mine, which is
I'm sorry.
Oh,
What patch
water.
do you have, Bob?
glow in the dark one, because hey, when I go to get my range bag out of my truck in the dark, it's got a glowing tag on it.
What about beverages, though? You guys
That's
take beverages in
useful.
the bag, right?
I don't keep beverages. I wait until I'm done shooting before I touch any beverages.
No, I read water. Jesus Christ.
No, Bob only drinks beer.
Yeah, I
so
guess I get it. I
beverages-
get it. I
Hey,
get
I'm
it.
serious, man. If it's not coffee, it's beer. So I'm not drinking water. That's how people die, drinking water.
That's poisonous.
And I stand by, like I said in the health and fitness chat earlier, there's water in Mountain Dew, so that counts. And I'm not going to buy this 0.5% water. That's absolutely ridiculous because I've seen something that's 20% water and it was like hard as clay.
You know,
Right.
before
We're definitely going to be in danger of going over, so that's why I'm cutting Bob off, and we'll move
Okay.
over to the gun of the day. So every day we try to come up with a new gun, and Bob's been slacking. So we've done with the Instagram guns, and actually we just wanted to play with some Instagram links and stuff. One of the things we're doing here is an effort to get more viewers. So we're trying to get more viewers on the Instagram side and the website. So by linking things like this, we're doing that. So we're using it as our gun of the day for a few times here. And this is just a picture that I took of a Spaz a long time ago. And it's a nice one with the hook and everything. And it's just a picture, but I figure we can talk about it as gun of the day. Anybody own a Spaz here?
why would anyone want to own a bipolar
Nope.
bipolar shotgun that doesn't have a proper stock on it? That's,
Doesn't Brandon own one of those?
it can't decide whether it wants to be a pump or a semi-automatic. It's a ridiculous gun. It was a gimmick. It's always been a gimmick. The stupid stock's a gimmick. Why anyone would even consider that gun for anything
Yep.
other
Yeah,
than
Brandon.
being a movie prop?
think
So
Brandon-
I got a serious question. Why the hook? I never understood the hook.
So you can brace it on your arm.
But brace what? It's a shotgun. You're supposed to use that in your
Yeah,
the
but if
butts.
you're like going around like clearing a room, so you can like use one arm, but you got it like braced onto your arms, kind of.
remember when this was made. This was made in the 70s and 80s during the development of room entry, tactical stuff,
Oh,
and
okay.
procedures. And
That was going to hang that was going to hang on your off arm, right? Your other arm is going to be stuffed in front of you, and you're going to have the hook hooked over it, and you're moving around the shoulder.
Obviously,
is that the shoulder thing that goes up? Is that what that is? The shoulder thing that goes up in Bob's eyes?
No,
I do have to comment that the rounds that are accompanying that shotgun are delicious, tasty rounds that are great to reload. Those look like Remington gun clubs.
I don't know. I think I just randomly took some, laid them down for reference.
They're good, whatever they are. Those are tasty.
Eyebrows.
Anyway, it's an interesting gun that was semi-auto and pump, and I guess there was a reason for that. And it's an example of a evolution that didn't pan out. But again, it was at a time when everything was kind of stagnant, and polymer wasn't totally established, and they were still coming up with new tactics. And I think this was a tool to try to, I don't know, fill some of the roles they thought was necessary, but it was huge and heavy, and you had to be a gorilla to be able to wield it easily, or at all, really. And it's a little bit difficult to make it work all the time. It's definitely got an interesting manual of arms. It's not like anything else.
Well, I mean, if you had it in semi-auto, you wouldn't be able to say "clever girl" before the Raptor attacked you.
Well, that's the thing. It's iconic, and it's got a look to it, and it's been in a million movies.
Right.
Anyway, that's gun of the day. Every day we try to come up with one, and feel free to send us an email if you've got some suggestions or maybe a theme or something. And what should we hit next?
Let's do the movie.
What do we got today?
Bad boys? Bad guys? I don't know. Something about bad people.
Yeah, Bad Boys. So I don't know if we're counting. Last time I think we did Bad Boys, we counted 1 and 2 together. But has everybody seen this movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
who's in it?
Will Smith.
And Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
May I ask if there's a do we have an agreement that Bad Boys 2 is the better of the Bad Boys movies?
I guess technically, but they're still both, I think, enjoyable as just entertaining movies.
Yeah.
But 2 is better. Yeah, 2 is crazy long. It's like 3 movies.
Oh yeah, isn't 2 like a Michael Bay movie too? Isn't that Michael Bay?
It could be. I don't know. It's pretty well done as far as the action and all that. You mean?
Yeah, the shootout scene in like the bathroom or that house where they're on each side of the wall with the doors, the doorway openings. Very good scene.
So everybody has seen it?
I don't think I've seen 2, but I've seen 1.
Did you like 1?
Yeah, it was okay.
And it's worth watching 2 because I think everybody I've ever talked to says 2 is better.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that too.
I think they figured out it was going to be a good pair or whatever, like they would work good together, and then they figured it out, right? They wrote it better for 2 or something.
Like they put effort into it. And the second one.
Yeah.
I liked 1 better, actually. But
Really?
I don't even remember 1, honestly. I've seen 2 way more times.
Yeah, I have too. So Michael.
Well, I know
Bay
1 has
directed it.
that first one had that, what's her, Tay Leone or something like that in it. That's all I remember.
David Duchovny's wife.
Yeah.
So Jerry Bruckheimer was the producer, and Michael Bay directed it. So you can imagine the explosions in that bad boy.
Oh yeah, the second one was filled with it. Yeah.
Just cars blowing up and flipping around, things blowing up everywhere. It's pretty good, gratuitous violence and action movie.
But that's the way to describe it, right? It's gratuitous. There's nothing really realistic in it. As far as
No, not at all. Nothing redeeming in the practicality sense.
Is it on Netflix?
Probably.
No idea.
Because it's one of those
Possibly.
They always want to charge money for it, right? Because it's so popular. I think it's one of those ones you always got to pay for.
Oh, I'm sure that both those 2 actors are still swimming in residuals from Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2. 2 in particular. It's a feel good drunk party movie with a bunch of dudes for sure.
Well, I'll give if we're gonna do both movies, I'll give a thumb a piece. But if we're just doing the first one, a thumb, or either But yeah, I'll give them a thumb a piece.
I'd give a 1.5 thumbs to the second movie and a nub to the first.
yeah,
I'll give like a nub to the first, but a nub is like a half thumb, maybe like a 3/4.
1 digit.
I'm giving a soft thumb to the movie. I mean, that's all it's getting.
Smeggy?
I'll probably do a thumb each. Because I mean, I think the second one was better, but not like a bunch better.
I think I'm going to distribute it with one thumb, and they can arrange it to whichever they want between the two movies because they're good. But I'm not going to. I don't know if I hesitate to say go out of your way because its gunplay isn't that good. I'd say go watch a classic '80s if you just want cool action.
Oh
But
yeah,
on cable, don't turn it off. It's better than watching something lame.
The thing that I don't think has been touched on yet is just the fact that, like, you know, it's an action movie, but they sprinkle in the comedy pretty good. Like, it's not like super cheesy comedy, but like there are some funny stuff in there because obviously, you know, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence are funny people,
and they do it well together. Like it is pretty funny for being just a funny movie.
I would say it's an action movie that has prominent display of firearms, but it is not a movie that displays firearms in an interesting.
I'm about to do this. This has never been done before. I just came up with this, and we're gonna try it. This movie or Reds? I'm just gonna go to right. Angelina?
I don't know what Reds is.
Bob?
Reds.
Jimmy, we're doing something unprecedented. The both movies of Bad Boys versus both movies of Reds.
Reds.
Posh?
No question, Reds.
Maggie?
Is that the Retired Dangerous or whatever?
Retired
and Extremely Dangerous.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll go with Red.
Angelina, now do you remember what movie we were talking about? The retired old people that are spies or something?
Bruce Willis.
No.
John Malkovich.
Malkovich. June.
She said
Dench.
no.
What's your name? No, is it Dench? I don't remember.
We're going to keep saying names till you say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're bombarding you with names.
So
the chick from Weeds.
British woman.
I think I'm going to go with Bad Boys over Reds just to be contrary, I guess. I liked Reds, but I haven't seen it recently, and I do like Bad Boys too, so I'm going to say Bad Boys.
I don't know.
I don't know if that was enjoyable for the audience or not, but for some reason I thought that would be a good comparison because I think they're not similar, but they're in a similar way. They're both comedies and they're both actions, right?
Well,
Yeah, I was going to say, like, genre-wise, they're kind of similar, I guess.
I mean, they're separated by like a decade, though, aren't they? So
yeah, they're
kind
very
of like completely different movies.
But otherwise, I mean, they're aside from being comedies and actions, they're very dissimilar. But all right.
I don't know. I was getting cool in here. It was good to wake us up with that little quiz, like which is better.
I did that to keep myself warm. I am freezing to death here. I don't even look at it. I don't know if I have equipment that can go as low as it cold as it is here.
I put on a jacket, man.
I'm about to. So I just noticed how cold it is. So what can we do that I don't have to be screen sharing for?
I wonder.
What time is it where you're at? Is it tomorrow or is it still today?
Today is today right now. I think tomorrow is coming up in a couple minutes, actually.
But for some of us, it's still way today. But for some of y'all, it's tomorrow. You know what tomorrow
It's very
is?
much. It's rooted in today here, guys.
You know what tomorrow is?
You mean today for me?
What
Friday?
Am I the only one where it's...
Is it Friday?
I'm sorry, it's tomorrow for me. Am I the only one that's in tomorrow?
Yes,
Yeah.
in tomorrow. Do you know what today is tomorrow?
Yes,
No, I do not know what today is tomorrow.
it is the Ham Radio Crash Course on YouTube at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Well, I guess there's that, but there is also something special about tomorrow. I'll just leave it out there as a auxiliary quiz, parallel quiz.
Oh, sneaker quiz.
Throwing it out there for people that have one a little bit of a brain teaser. What is tomorrow?
Olivia Newton-John's birthday.
Is it?
No. Oh, well, I don't know. Is it? It could be.
I love the confidence of like, that's what it is. Wait, is it? I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
Is it the
Check
day
it out.
is it the day that the attack started from the movie Red Dawn? I don't know.
No, it didn't start in February, did it?
Come on, it happened in October. I got copyright striked for that.
You did, didn't you? Oh man, that was fun. But yeah, that could have went badly.
Took my live broadcasting for that, and then today they gave me a strike and gave me a 3-month official live broadcasting because of a review of the Anarchist Cookbook from 2016.
Whoa!
Going back on a strike again.
Wow!
Holy shit, dude! They're after you. It's
that's
the
gratuitous. That's gratuitous violence right there.
They know that if they didn't keep fucking with me, then they'd be afraid of what I could do. They have to keep.
You know what it is? They're getting paid off by the big payphone companies, because if I'm not mistaken, there's a huge section in the Anarchist Cookbook about like how to push the right buttons to trick payphones into giving you long distance or something. Like there's a whole thing about
that's called phone phreaking, and that's been done since the early 90s. Son.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying is that
Ma Bell was dead before that was ever a thing.
The phone lobby's caught up, and they're finally starting to
that very powerful localized land-based phone system lobby.
Hey, can I break in here for just 1 second real quick?
Please do.
All right, hang on. Damn
it. Can I break in? Hang on. Come on, dude.
Ink knows its fireworks. Let me get a window.
What happened?
Thank God.
And somebody shooting.
Yeah. So from the moment they mentioned windbreakers till like 2 seconds ago is how long it took me to pull that up. So crack your knuckles, whip out your keyboards, and get ready for the daily tactical pop quiz.
I don't know what the answer
really
is.
Happening? No, it isn't.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh no. Get ready.
Okay, so wait.
I'm ready.
So is Iwo Jima what it is tomorrow?
No.
The flag raising?
Oh, it is. Yes, it actually is.
Why did you say no?
That's not what I was talking about.
Flag raising.
What he's talking about?
I was talking about it's 2:23 tomorrow. 2:23.
No.
Not the answer.
Also, the raising of Iwo.
I'm gonna go with Iwo Jima is probably the better answer to that question than being 223.
I thought I had won it, and I was like, oh, I'm the tactical hotshot of the day.
Well, CW Hunter is saying National Chili Day, which also is very important.
Oh, for tomorrow.
You mean National Vegan Chili Day? Is that what you meant to say?
Sure. I mean, I'll take chili of all kinds. I have nothing against a vegan chili.
Because of the way
we probably have a 4-to-2 vegan chili ratio in here. So just keep your chili comments yourself tonight, Bob.
I'm just gonna say venison chili for the win.
Yeah, we got a 4-to-2.
I'm fine with any chili. I'm not gonna limit myself. I'm living my best chili life, guys.
Is Jimmy back? Let's roll, dude.
No, I don't think he is.
Let's go.
He's back.
Yeah, I don't know. I know some of us have short attention spans. Just want to remind everybody that was going on. So yeah, get ready for the daily tactical pop quiz while I shut this thing off. Let me spit it out real quick before I get kicked out again. What was yesterday's gun of the day? What was yesterday's gun of the day?
The Nerf Longstrike.
Oh man, it's like cheating if you watch the show yesterday, then you're cheating and you know the answer. It's almost as if you watch every day, you get rewarded.
Mole, not the SVD, which is probably should have.
He's saying mole. He's still on chili talk. It's mole. It's pronounced mole, please. It's an honorable mention to the chili category.
Tabor? No.
Yeah, we don't like the Tabor because the Chinese version is way cheaper.
Pants? Chris Vector? No.
Oh, Psycho Camp, kind of.
1258?
I don't think that counts. There we go. We got it on YouTube from Studley.
We do?
Yeah, yep. There you go.
We got it.
28.
28.
The DP28. Just in case you guys didn't hear it.
DP.
Now Gun Channels gets it. You guys
are late, DP28. Man. Congrats, steadily.
Don't say anything.
Think deep dish pizza, 28-inch. And that's how you remember.
That's not what I'm thinking.
Oh my.
That's not what I'm thinking.
I guess it's not a family show at midnight. But.
Wow.
So anyways, Steadley for thinking about deep dish pizza or maybe something else, that makes you the tactical hot shit of the day.
Wow.
That was on which side? YouTube?
That was on the YouTube side.
People on YouTube say, I know, even for all the shit you give them, they do tend to like us better than the Gun Channels people.
And who won it over there?
Steadley.
So the photograph is actually accurate today. So if you want, you can let us know immediately.
Oh.
Oh, Steadley, you get an instant pick. This is special. Now,
Shout out to Steadley, the other shotgun person in this entire chat. I think.
Actually, won yesterday also, because then he can pick 2.
Oh.
All right, but you have to screen share.
I have to screen share.
Yeah, well, if you're going to show us a picture.
Who's got the picture?
No, you just go over to dailygunshow.com/tactical quiz.
Yeah, he could just go to the website, but we have the picture here on the screen now too,
There you
so
go.
I can't see what he's saying is all, and I can't continue with the show because I got to grab my notes.
I am looking, Steadley, if you can. Oh, I hope he
Otherwise,
selected
we
it.
got today in history, and I think that you're correct. The better, more important day in history is today's the anniversary. Well, the 23rd will be the anniversary of the raising of the flag on Iwo Jima. So let's remember why we have free speech and ability to play with all this tech and everything, and what it took to get to here. That's one of the reasons to look back in history. It's also 223 Day, so if you don't care about the Marines or World War II or any kind of American history, then you can think of 223. Did he pick up something yet?
And I learned about this history in my school in Canada. Actually, in my grade school in Canada.
So, Steadley, the way this works is you're supposed to look at this image and pick a patch. Pick a patch.
We can talk about some of the patches on here.
Yeah, sure. Is that Don't Tread on Me patch white, or is the yellow background just being flooded?
It's white, and it says fuck around and find out.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's cool.
That's made by our guest host, or our co-host, Angelina, from Ellen Anchor, right down the street from you.
Nice.
We already decided.
Nice plug. It's like we planned that or something.
Like we planned it.
Got a Long Tab Brewery here. We got BMC Tactical, our friends in New Mexico.
Is that a beer mug right there? A little beer mug?
This one right here from Demerit Wear. Yep, that's the beer.
That's cool.
Merit badge.
I like that.
Oh, that one. I can see Hosh is going to have.
I believe I have some type of demerit patch similar to that.
I don't think that's a demerit at all.
Shouldn't I just get one automatically?
I mean, yours has to be a can of shitty beer, though. It can't be a.
Is there one for being distracted from that we're actually trying to find out if Dudley picked something?
I'm looking. He hasn't. Wait. I want that big gray Glock patch. He just said. Oh, there you go. Big gray Glock patch.
Gosh, you don't get to pick one. We're looking for Steadley to pick one.
He said it. 10:04 in the chat. I want that big gray Glock patch.
Did he pick another one as well because he won 2 days in a row, or no?
Yeah, he said circle patch. What's a circle patch? Aren't they all circles?
Or maybe he meant the Glock one was circle.
Circle K one? Maybe?
Okay, so Steadley, you get 2 options, I guess. Is that what I'm hearing? So you pick the Glock patch, and then you get another one
from yesterday. It sounds like.
I would recommend the no right to bear arms. California flag's a good one. That's funny.
That's another Allen Anchor specialty.
Is it? Nice.
The will not comply California flag?
Is that what it says? But there's no bear. Oh no, the no bear arms one at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, that one's not mine then.
Oh, he wants the Glocktober one too. So he's got.
Yeah, I wonder if Steadley likes Glocks.
Which Glocktober one? This one right here.
The Glock with the pumpkin.
Okay.
Or
all right.
Wait, no, I'm asking. That's not a statement. How many Glocktobers do you have? Where's the other one?
I don't think there is another one, so that's probably.
No, I don't see it. Okay, pumpkin Glock.
Let me go grab those real quick, and we can continue on with the show.
He's asking about, do you have his address on file?
Orange
but I would say, dude, just go. Jesus Christ, just go to the link and fill it out again, anyways, just to help G-Webs out.
No, Smitty, we must do this in the most difficult way possible.
Yeah, I appreciate that because I don't know. I don't keep everybody's addresses. I'm not selling them, so I don't keep track of them.
Like he has this all marked on a little map, with our house addresses and everything, how many people are in the house, what guns we own. No, he doesn't have anything like that. I never saw that. I didn't see that. And I've moved, so.
It's like
no need to do the Gun Show Loophole tour now. Thanks, Bob. So I guess we'll move on to our. No, wait, it is spinning at home. We're way over time, so we could blow this one off. We can think about that while we're looking at the gun shop of the day. So I'll jump over.
We'll take a look at the gun shop of the day, and then we can just kind of wrap her up. I mean, the other one's, not that big a deal.
So like Bob gets paid by the hour, but then he doesn't. So we're looking at one that I'm guessing somebody sent in. Appreciate that. In Brookfield, Wisconsin, called Wisconsin Firearms Training Center. It's like a pretty big place here.
Yeah,
It
looks
looks like
huge.
garage bays or something.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
So it looks like a range, store, some other stuff. Oh, look at this. We got pictures right off the bat. Nice looking concrete floor. Oh, that's a lot of.
That's the place I'm going for the zombie apocalypse. No windows except those front doors. Block those easily. And then you got all that roof area to grow food while you go out through those garage doors and raid local grocery stores and get your food so that you can keep alive and just sit up there on the roof with all that ammo and guns and just pick off zombies all day. It's like a dream.
You got to figure it out, Bob. Damn.
Gotta eat, though. Gotta eat.
Well, that's why you got to go out and raid grocery stores. But a better idea is figure out where the local grocery warehouse is.
You know what a better idea is? Looking at pictures of the store here and talking about it.
Gun shop and not.
What if we throw all the guns outside and just grow food in the inside of the gun shop?
I'm not finding many pictures, so I'm going to jump over. Oh, I should have jumped to Instagram. Jump to their Instagram.
Well, I just thought, seeing we're all having a crazy night, I would just bring that up. That I already have planned out what happens when the zombies attack.
You make one Dr. Pepper joke and everyone loses their mind.
Who made a Dr. Pepper? Oh.
Hey, I like that ladies' night.
Yeah, what's that about?
This one here?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Ladies' night. You come to the gun shop and they recommend you buy a Smith & Wesson Ladysmith 38 revolver.
Nothing wrong with that, man. They're just like a little Chiefs revolver, Chiefs special.
So it looks like they've been doing their thing since 2016 on the Instagram. A couple of, maybe a dozen, well, I guess 42 posts. So I'm not sure if anybody is out there who sent that in. Looks like a nice place. He's saying near Milwaukee, or they're saying near Milwaukee. Has anybody in here been to this one by any chance?
Nah.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, we should probably do a better idea. Maybe when people send it in, we can respond to their email and let them know what day we'll be doing it. Maybe have them on, because we've done that in the past, and people tell us about their shops that they recommend.
That's
we're still getting it out there. We got the links to it, and we can always come back and address it. But we've all seen it now, and it looks like a pretty nice modern shop, right?
Yeah, I like all the guns on the wall. I mean, it looks like they have a lot of different stuff.
No, seriously, it looks like a really nice shop. I love the idea that
it looks modern. It's got a modern look to it, right? It looks real modern. Looks good.
Yeah, it looks like they've just taken over some large, probably service building or something where they service trucks or something.
That's what it kind of looked like, bays.
Or some kind of warehouse or something. But yeah, it wasn't like a bunch of offices made into a gun shop. It was a gun shop that was, they rented or they bought that building to have a gun shop in it, a really big gun shop.
Open pretty late, too. That's good. Go shooting after work.
Every day until 9. That's pretty cool.
Open Sundays, too?
Yep.
Wow, that must make you happy, G.
Yep. All right. Well, and they look like they have 5-star confidence. So there you go. So yeah, that's
just real quick. Lockjaw is saying they have more info on their Facebook. So I don't know if that's because he sent it in or he just happened to click on their Facebook thing. But if you guys are interested, check that out too.
Right on. And I was adding to Facebook and I went Instagram. I should have gone Facebook, I guess. So every day we try to feature a shop. We did a poor example of that one, but we're not saying we're giving them full commercials. We're just trying to get the word out there. We have, of course, the links on our website and our YouTube channel linking over to them, and we feel like that's trying to help out too. And that's all done to encourage everyone to remember that you've got phones, you've got cameras in your pocket. When you go to a range or a shop, remember to take a few pictures and share them. All right, so that was pretty much everything except for history. We talked a little bit about that. We're done with history. Yeah, what's happening tomorrow shows.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be starting off a little bit earlier on the early watch tomorrow. Probably be about 9 Eastern. And then I believe Knives is gonna be having a show going up sometime after that. Usually right after that. Then a little later on, we got Right of the People, 7 Eastern, with Budget Guns and Gear. Then Joe's My Outdoors is coming on, 9 Eastern. This one is his Fish, Fur, and Firearms one. It sounds very interesting. We got Clover, Firearm Friday, random topics, and he'll have a panel. And we got Edge coming on right after that at 11 Eastern, and then wrap your night up right with us at 12 Eastern.
With the new remodel of gun channels, remember, if you're doing your live shows or if you see somebody who's doing a live show and they haven't done it, remember to repost their show, the announcement on the main news feed, going live at 5 p.m. Eastern or something, and then a link to their channel so that people that are arriving to the site because they checked out the schedule and they know the show's there, give them a little direction, a little navigation over to the channel that's live at the time. So
I might need a little tutelage on that. You might have to show me how to do that after this.
I can show you right now. So what we're talking about is with the new structure of gun channels, one of the things we've got over there, and we go over gun channels, would be the main news feed is going to be more prominent. So if we wanted to take our show here and let people know about it, like Knives is doing down here with his room, is to go into the main news feed up here at the top. And
it says post something. Got it. Okay.
So we put in live at midnight, right? And then that becomes the post, and then you can add a link to it. So I'll just put
nice.
there also, and then that'll just turn into a nice fancy link for you. And once it's there, just click share, and now you've got a fancy link there. I'll just delete it for now, but that way when somebody comes along, they can say, okay, this one is live at midnight. After Hours was live at 11. Mr. Knives is live all night. Ellis was live. He says at 15 minutes, so that's where I say, throw a timestamp in there. But then this way, when somebody comes along and says, hey, what's on gun channels? Oh, there's nothing right now, but I can go watch this show or this show or this show or this show.
Yeah. And I mean, there's always going to be those guys who want to run a live 8-hour lobby, right? Like Knives and a few other people. There's always going to be something live you can jump into if you want to. But, it's not going to be the main thing you see.
I'm going to be doing the ham radio crash course, which I'll link to gun channels as well. That's 7 p.m. Pacific time. I believe that's 10 p.m. Eastern. So you get your choice between myself or Clover Tech, but we'll be talking about QRP radios, which is outdoor, low power, but effective radio communications when you're out in the field.
Voice, or is it just the...
Both. It'll do both. I can actually do digital now with my tiny little netbook. I've been doing digital QRP. In fact, I was, if you go to my Instagram, Hashnasi on Instagram, there's a picture of the Whisper I was running before the show. I was able to get picked up all across the United States.
Very cool stuff.
All right, well, was that everybody's shows tomorrow? We'll be back here with 5:15 tomorrow. Illuminated reticles, taking friends to gun shows as an introduction to guns. So I guess the concept there is taking them to a gun show as opposed to the range, maybe. And then full auto conversion books. How ironic is that I just got busted on YouTube for books?
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Hopefully we'll get this channel banned tomorrow. So we appreciate everybody. We have 38 viewers. I think that's more viewers than we've had in a long time. So I don't know if they all came from Clover's chat. He does pretty interesting chats on Thursdays, and or if it's just people are digging it. Well, we do appreciate it. We have 28 thumbs up over on the YouTube side right now. Again, we do appreciate that. It lets us know that we're not just talking to ourselves out there. It's cool to see the audience grow. We do appreciate it. Tell people about it. It'd be great to see our audience get to be more and more just like some of the primetime stuff. And everybody that listens to this in the future, we know hundreds of people are listening to this over, after it becomes a rendered video. Leave us some comments. We do appreciate that. It lets us know you're out there. And so with that, we will see you tomorrow. Anybody else want to plug anything else? Angelina, you got new patches out there? New stickers?
We got new stuff? Yeah, I guess we got some new stuff. Go check out owlandanchor.com. Use code... What was it?
Gun channels?
Yep, code gun channels to save 20% off. Yeah, that's it. owlandanchor.com.
I heard if you use code SMEGGY, you get 110% off, but that may just be a rumor.
It might be.
And that's Bob's cue to take a half an hour to say the end of the show now.
Oh, please.
Well, thanks everyone for like, share, subscribing.
Oh, shut up, Sam. God, you're annoying some days. You're like that little brother that...
Okay, I'm sorry. Just go.
That's sickly, so your mother won't let you beat him up like he properly deserves.
Sorry, Bob. Let's go.
Let me just interject. Everyone, give our snowman a round of applause because he shaved his beard today. And I'm a fan of that.
He called that a beard? Oh, no. That wasn't a beard.
The point is, we don't like beards, so...
Please, that wasn't a beard. See, the whole thing is that little scrubbly scuff. Oh, never mind. I'm not even going to go into it. I'm not into hipster, and I'm not going to try, talk about how hipsters grow funny little furry things on their chin.
All right, how about you talk about the quote then, Bob?
Yeah, well, let's do that, because I'm tired of insulting you. It's really not fair.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, today's vote, quote, is by Voltaire, because...
Surprise, surprise.
I just found him recently, and I kind of like some of his quotes, so I'm going to use this one. Anyway, please like, share, subscribe. If you can, support us on Patreon, because, darn it, some of these guys deserve it. So let's finish with our quote. In general, the art of government consists of taking as much money as possible from one class of citizens to give to another. Isn't that true? On that, thanks everybody for watching and listening. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hoping somebody would page me when he was done.
GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.